doing the speed run today, and let's see if we could play something other than what we've been used to, right? So e4, and like I said, e4, we respond with e5. Basically, we're just fighting for control of the center, and the knight is now attacking our pawn on e5. So we just defend that pawn. This is pretty simple. There's nothing crazy, nothing granular going on here. It's just simple trying to take control of the center. And now we end up in the Italian game, guys. So notice that the bishop is eyeing down f7. The knight is eyeing down, well, e5, but also, interestingly enough, knight g5 for a fried liver attack. And I'm going to say, you know what? If you want to go for fried liver, go ahead. I'll play knight f6 here because I'm going to show you that that position isn't as scary as you might think. Our opponent decides not to go for that. So bishop f5, and we are now in the Giuoco piano. Curious who knows to play f3 here, which would be basically preparing d4. The pinning variation, interesting. Hmm. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Let me see. H6? Yeah, I guess you want to worry about this knight. I'm cool with playing H6. Um, Basically just saying, okay, what's the bishop gonna do? And we'll see what happens. Okay, he just takes. Queen takes back. Normal stuff so far. We do have a kind of a scholar's mate type position, and after d6, castling. Not sure which order I'll play that in. Um, so he's forking the bishop and the pawn here. Um, Bishop takes, the knight takes, not the end of the world. I don't want to lose my bishop though. This is really strange. I could take with the pawn too, but this push is no, I don't like that push. Even if you play something like, yeah, okay, fine. My queen is defending e5, and knight takes knight, bishop takes back, and then you can play f3 if you'd like. But and actually, if you do play c3, it's mate in one, so he's got to defend that threat. Fine by me, but guys, there's already a winning move on the board here. So take your time. There's no need to rush, right? We were going for scholar's mate right here on f2. Going for scholar's mate right here on f2, but notice that b2 is unoccupied, and that rook is now going to fall. So, what do we like better, an exchange or a knight? That's the question. I'm not entirely convinced that I don't want to take this knight instead of the rook. Um, hmm. Interesting. I could also prevent the king from castling. Okay, so there's three options. Option A is just taking the rook, queen takes back, and I win the exchange. Option B is I win the knight for free. Now option C, I play bishop to c3, checking the king, and the queen obviously can't block, so the king cannot castle anymore. And then once that king is loose in the center of the board, we go ahead and take the rook. I like that idea. A little intermezzo here. A little check. Adler, my friend, how you doing? Three is better than two. I do agree with that, Mr. Dog. Free knight is better because you don't lose your bishop. You're both right about that. I do like the idea of trapping the king in the center. And at the end of the day, we are up just an absurd amount of material. But maybe I will regret that move because there's obviously an opportunity to just win this knight. However, I want you to notice this knight doesn't really have anywhere great to go. Obviously b5 is the move that you would expect to see, but I could block that with a pawn move. So pawn to a6 would block the knight, but I'd like to also consider the possibility of actually just playing c6, with the idea of pushing d5 down the line. I think that's a very versatile move. I think this is a very versatile move. I'm not in a rush to castle either because there's really no threat against my king. So interesting. Jasmine, thank you for the #1 gifter badge. Good to hear from you, Adler. Um, man, it's good to be back. That's for damn sure. Let's go ahead and castle. This pawn here is more than well enough. It's protected, and I mean b5 and then b4 is fascinating. I think I have a really nice queenside expansion coming along here. Um, d5 not as appetizing in this situation, simply just because he's just gonna win a pawn. So I'll save this push for later. Um, huh. But hmm, push. Would the knight be trapped here? No, because the knight would be able to come back. Um, hmm, I mean, rook d8. I would like to connect everything together, really. Hmm. Curious to see what is played here, but not opposed to this queenside expansion. Just looking to push this bishop away, push the knight away. Um, a5 is coming, and the bishop is already kind of out of squares. The bishop is kind of out of squares. Notice that this is blocked, this is blocked, this is blocked. He will have to create his own escape route, which will not be instigated by a3 because the bishop's actually blocking that position. Um, Fascinating. I have a really good move here. I have a really good move here. So I think pawn to b4 forces the knight to block the bishop's only escape square, and then I could just play a4, and the bishop is one, and the knight can't go to b5 because pawn takes. So yeah, the knight's gonna go to c2, and notice that all of the bishop's escape squares will be blocked now. Um, Absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd push there. Um, that's tactics, my friends. That's tactics. Appreciate you, Carlio. You're the man. I'm just trying to play some good chess and kind of teach you guys some of the mistakes that go on in these types of positions. Um, and as you guys can see, there's definitely there's definitely opportunities in these types of games. So if you're a beginner, if you just play accurate chess, you can find yourself in the situ. Ooh, I don't like this move for him at all. Check this out. So pawn takes, and the pawn cannot take back because of queen discovery. So these are all very essential tactics that you can learn within minutes of first picking up a chessboard and learning how the pieces move. You can learn these tactics. The pieces move, and yeah, the reason why I like this so much. Hmm, yeah, this is disastrous for him. Um, he gets rid of the pin, but his knight is still targeted. We're gonna take the knight, and of course he's gonna have to take back with the queen. And fascinating. Hmm, take. I have an idea here. I have a combo. Queen takes rook, pawn takes back, and then rook a2 should be completely winning. It's a simplification strategy, but rook a2, he can't take the pawn back, and this is a very complicated move. I'm not gonna lie. This is a ridiculous move. This is absurd. But yeah, he's yeah, what's he gonna do? If he moves the queen out of the way, the promotion comes with check. I might get banned for playing that move. I might. I might get kicked off of chess.com. Um, it's it's not nice. It's not nice. Um, um, I know, but there we go. And we promote the queen, and he's just got no material left. Um, so check is guys. Keep in mind that not all tactics work here. Bishop a6 does hit the king with check. Discover attacking the queen, but then the queen can just take the bishop back. What I like instead is simply just queen to a3, basically trying to provoke a. Okay, that's simple. We just take the queen back. This position, this position is officially over. Um, and he does resign. That was that was a really cool game. Uh oh, the night promo would have been nice. Yeah, I don't know about that one, guys. That was a crazy game. And this is where I'm looking at this position and I'm thinking to myself, am I going to get banned? So I didn't want to give up tempo. I didn't want to give up this pawn. I went ahead and I took the rook because after pawn takes and rook takes on a2, if the queen takes back, we can promote. And I could have promoted to a knight, and actually forked him. But either way, castle that knight taking the knight there would have been really interesting. But some other options, if the queen simply just moves out of the way, I think this has to probably be the best move. But you have to watch out for b3 now, and these pawns, combined with the rook, it's going to be impossible to deal with. And let's say, I mean, I don't know what you do here. You're just losing.